All right, so we pick up where we left off from last week's episode. I kind of watched it, but I really wasn't watching it. This episode was flat for me too. I'm just the other couples. I'm just not. I don't be interested in that. Y'all got to tell me how y'all feeling. I mean, it's only back for what 2 episodes so far. Tell me what you've been thinking about it so far these past 2 episodes. Okay, we pick up where we left off. This is kind of going back to the first episode, some details from the first episode. Y'all know Martell and Mel was over there reminiscing on the old times or whatever. Not really. They made it seem like that. My own network was reminiscing on the old times between Mel and Martell. He ended up bringing the kids up there for her event, so she was really happy about that and shocked about that. And her mama was surprised that he brought the kids out too. Martell says that it was good to see her follow her dreams, but it's bittersweet, you know what I'm saying, for him because he can't be with her on that journey, basically. So they actually hugged or whatever before leaving, and that was that. So let's get to the marriage retreat. Kimmy and Maurice were the first ones to arrive. Tiffany and Louis came. Tiffany couldn't sit there long enough before she had to get on a work call and do some work. Dr. Francis did not like that at all, and he felt like she needs to prioritize her time better because that's the reason everybody came. Any work or anything you got going on should not interfere with this particular retreat. You're supposed to be present. Okay. Now, Lewis gets on my motherfucking nerves because one thing about Lewis likes to always try to act like he's unfazed by something. And that's why people call you fake. You always try to act like you unfazed and you always try to have an answer for every question. Right. And your answer is always the basic stuff. Like that's how life goes. That's what it is. Things happen. And, it's like he always tries to deliver these soft blows, not soft blows, but these excuses, like these responses, and maybe that's a way for him to not get deep in his feelings, because when he says before he can really think and get deep in thought, it immediately is a cover of, oh well, that's just how life goes. So it's like, don't be hard on yourself, don't even cry, because things gonna happen, it's just what it is. So maybe that's like a defense mechanism for himself, that he always says that, which makes people think that he fake. Because sometimes you'll have open conversations with people, i.e., like Tiffany, she'll have an open conversation with a person, and then you get in front of people, and then you be trying to mask it like it's something else. But that's just your way, in my opinion, of preventing yourselves from going deeper. Okay. So anyway, Dr. Francis doesn't like that, and thinks Tiffany needs to prioritize their marriage better. Tisha and Marcel arrived. Tisha is not having a good day. She learned that one of her best friends passed away, and we're going to learn more details in episode 2 about what happened. And she pretty much just talked about how her friend had just celebrated her birthday. The next day, I guess she was found in her daughter's room. She had collapsed in the room or whatnot. Don't know the details as to how she passed away. Really hate that for her. I believe they said she had just had the little girl maybe a few months ago or something like that. Her new daughter maybe a few weeks or something, and that's just so sad and so tragic. Then they showed a clip of her man talking about her, praising her, and how he married the woman of his dreams and everything, and that's just so sad. I just really felt bad for him, and it's like, you got men out here ready to love on women, in the best way that they can, and she done got snatched up. She done passed away, and I really hate that for him. I really do. It's really sad. So yeah, Martell and his mama, so they talking. She don't like that Mel be coming at her on social media or whatever. Mama Hope doesn't want an apology from her because she knows that she never did anything wrong to her, so she can keep her apology. And it seems like Mama Hope also understands that Melody is hurt. She's hurt, so she's going to say things. It seems like Mama Hope has been in that same space before. So sometimes you will say stuff when you hurt, you disappointed, and anybody can motherfucking get it, including you, mama-in-law. So it seems like she was understanding where Mel was coming from. Okay. Martell thinks his mom deserves an apology for whatever Melody was doing online. And I said, so you mean your mama deserves an apology the same way Melody mom had deserved an apology when you was over here doing the shit that you was doing? Yeah. Oh, okay, then I guess. I mean, maybe she do. So anyway, that's kind of where I like stop watching the episode, for real, for real. Let's see what else I got. I said I know that Tiffany and Louis were experiencing some difficulty because Dr. Francis didn't like that Tiffany wasn't present. I know that was an issue. So this episode was them being ridiculed about their relationship. Most of it was about them being ridiculed about their relationship. Tiffany spoke on wanting to have a child, but Louis didn't seem to be on board, but she wasn't keeping it a buck about it. She says, I get these wishy-washy answers like he is or isn't. And then Kimmy is like, girl, that's not what you told me. What you told me was that he thinks you work too much. So no, because of that, he's not trying to have another child. But y'all are not being open so that we can really get to the root of it and really give you advice about real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all not trying to go so deep. So then Marcel asked them about having a child with their work schedules, and being business owners or whatever, like y'all gonna have a child like that. And then Tiffany said, well, I operate well in chaos. And he's like, you're gonna bring a child into chaos. And I'm sitting over here like, Marcel, shut up. Shut the fuck up. As if your kids ain't living in chaos since we met them on the show. Like, stop. Okay? Stop. Stop saying that. Okay? But I understand Marcel wanting to get in their ass a little bit because they dug so much into their marriage last season. But at the same time, it's like, boy, shut up. You are not the counselor here. Anyway, so what else did he say? So and he asked Louis if he thinks that he would get more, I guess, SCX or less, okay, from Tiffany. But Louis is real nonchalant, like he doesn't want to hear what anybody has to say in so many words. Like, well, it is what it is, that's his thing. It is what it is. Like, again, that's his way of avoiding going deeper. That's his way of avoiding being ridiculed more and more about that marriage. And I understood where Tisha ended up coming from at some point in the episode when she was like, marriage is hard. It's difficult. So when you already feel like you're trying your best, with the marriage that you have, and then you got other people coming in that you telling you need to do this or you need to da da da. It's like, don't nobody want to hear that shit because you don't live with us on a day-to-day basis to understand what we go through and how we try to work on our marriage and stuff. So I understood where she was coming from. Okay. What else? Dr. Francis says that he doesn't believe things are all good at home like they try to make it out to be. And Tiffany says it was nothing false, and she doesn't want she didn't see what he meant. And I said, but girl, you and Louis are literally sitting up here pretending to be not bothered when he truly is bothered by you working all the fucking time. Like, this was conversations last year. So you are presenting falsehood to us. Yes, girl, you are giving us fake stuff right now. Yes, it's true. You are. Okay. So now Louis feels how Marcel has felt about people giving their opinion on someone else's marriage. Now, this is what I was thinking before he actually apologized to Tisha and Marcel for that. Okay, so I said the irony. So Marcel ended up being in the kitchen. He was over there cooking or whatever he was doing. Child Louis came in there, and Marcel asked him about the night before. And this is another thing that Louis does, and I hope that he sees this. He tried to act like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Like, it's like Louis likes to operate in the space where nobody sees him sweat. But because you're a human, it's okay to fucking sweat sometimes. And maybe he just don't feel like he's in a safe space with those people to show that side of him, show that vulnerable side of him with these type of people. So that right there also makes me think that y'all ain't friends for real, for real. But anyway, so what else? So Louis came in the kitchen or whatever. Louis is the pretender more than Tiffany to me, is what I said. He said, it's not too bad. It ain't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was all right. And boy, shut up. It was. So Louis says that you have to be strong in your marriage. If not, you'll be questioning things about your marriage. And it's like, I hear that, but I don't think that the retreat is the place for that. I don't think that, Dr. Francis wants you to question anything about your marriage. Like, should you be in it? I think he wants you to question how you go about situations in your marriage. Okay. So Louis apologizes to the Scots and says that he can relate to the Scots after being grilled by Dr. Francis. Okay. Marcel asks them how do they feel to be professionally diagnosed as fake. He said, I've been told y'all was fake, and now y'all are getting it straight from a professional. How does that feel? Okay. He laughing in their damn face, and they tried to laugh it off too. And I'm like, but how can Marcel not joking with y'all? Okay. He laughing at y'all, not with y'all. Understand? Okay. So then Kimmy calls out Tiffany for being fake about having kids. And she says that Louis said she worked too much for a kid. But then she tries to come to them and then try to play it off, So I'm like, yeah, Tiffany, Kimmy know what's going on. So Marcel speaks on them not valuing Mr. Francis as a professional, which is why they won't accept his advice. And I said, Marcel, you have some motherfucking nerve to say that. You have some motherfucking nerve to say that when you really didn't even want to go on this retreat. You was being hella disrespectful to Mr. Francis. You didn't want to go in there. You didn't want to seek advice from a professional. What's her name? Tisha had to drag you in there, baby. Like, let's not say that we did. Okay, I know you not. But I guess that would make sense coming from you because you can relate, because you also don't value Dr. Francis like that either. That's why you can't really accept his advice either. But anyway, let's keep going. Mama Ho and Melody. So Mama Ho and Melody, they ended up, having to sit down. They're trying to work on their relationship. Like a year ago or so, Melody blocked Mama Ho. She blocked her because she felt as though Mama Hope was pretty much praising her son and not giving Melody her credit for being in that damn marriage. Okay. I can't tell Melody she shouldn't have blocked that lady. Okay. It's just what it was, okay? So then Mel didn't like, yeah, she didn't like the convo that she had. Mel felt as though she did nothing to Mama Ho for her to do such a thing. And Mel called Marlene out on saying Martell overworked as though Mel didn't do anything because Marlene was saying, oh, she gonna kill my baby. She working him to the ground. She gonna kill my baby. Da, 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 da. And so Mel asked her, like, was he coming back to you and was he saying certain things that made it seem like I wasn't doing my part? And Marlene didn't really answer that question. And I'm like, you know, motherfucking well, that's exactly what he was doing. That's exactly what he was doing. And because that's her child, she's more than likely gonna believe everything her child say. So yeah, that's what that was. That's why she would say this to her. I mean, he gonna kill my baby, da da da, because he was just working so hard. I'm doing this for Mel. I'm doing this and that. And it's like, Marlene, you really can't defend your son, in my opinion, to me. Talk about some damn, he worked so hard, she gonna kill my baby. Girl, your son wasn't working that motherfucking hard if he was able to maintain a relationship outside of his marriage for 7 some damn years. Are you serious? What was it? And you talking about when the kids was babies? You must be talking about when the oldest little girl was like a baby. Is that what you referencing? Because the other two, I don't know how old little Tank is, but girl, I'm like, Marlene, girl, cut it out. Cut that shit out. But anyway, so Marlene says, she tells Melody that she was spoiled and tells Melody that she was lazy. And I'm just like, how you tell this woman that she lazy? I mean, maybe she was lazy. I wasn't there, but then also maybe she was tired too of being a fucking mama, having to go to school, teach these goddamn kids that a lot of teachers don't care to do. They do it because a lot of times they believe they're gonna get a job in that. If you don't get a job in no other field, they believe they probably gonna get a job as a teacher. Okay, especially back at that time. So she probably doing a job, feeling unfulfilled, got this marriage, got these kids. So maybe she probably did feel a bit lazy at times. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that he didn't feel lazy either. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean that he wasn't lazy him damn self. But okay, so then what else happened? Mel just laughs and Mel still says that she wasn't lazy. She's like, I'm not lazy. I wasn't lazy at the time. She was like, there was a time where we used to be on the go so damn much. You used to tell us we need to chill out all the time and stop being on the damn go. Remember that? Do you remember it, ma'am? Okay, so that was the thing. And then Marlene is holding on to Mel killing Martell. She gonna kill my baby. Yeah, I did say that. I said it. I said it because you did. I did. I said it because you did. You was gonna get my baby. I mean, listen, look. It's done. Now it's done. What you want to do? Okay. I said what I said. Like, what you want to do about it? Now, like, girl, I can't take it back. Like, it is what it is. That's how I felt. But anyway, we can move forward. So then when Mel tells her, well, you know what? Mel just laughs it off, okay? Because Miss Marlene's silly, whatever the case is, Mel laughs it off. All right. So then Mel tells her, listen, I'm gonna unblock you. And Marlene was like, baby, you can leave me on block. Girl, I screamed. Like, not just tell this girl you can leave her on block. Like, it don't matter which way. Okay, it don't matter which way. I'm still gonna be me. I'm gonna still be Miss Marlene. I'm gonna still say what the hell I want to say. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. I'm not for the fake for these cameras. That's what it was giving. Yikes. Okay, so anyway, Mel did unblock her anyway and says that she does want a relationship with her if she goes out to eat and she wants to invite her. She wants to be able to do that. She wants to get their relationship back on track. Okay, so that's what we're gonna see happen. Okay, Martell over there, Miss Marlene stopped by his house, check on him. He told me he got to order wine because so many people trying to buy wine from him. Okay. Do what you gotta do. So then Marlene lets him know that she and Mel ended up sitting down and had a conversation earlier that day and how great things went. So he was a bit surprised and he was kind of happy. Okay. Now we get over there back to Dr. Francis and the Scotts. Okay. So it was funny to hear them have a conversation how Tisha was talking about their marriage and how, so many people ridicule their marriage over this period of time. Like I believe Marcel tried to say that they never had any issues with their marriage until pretty much they joined this show. When they joined this show, that's when so many people had things to say about their marriage and started making things come into question and they started having a lot of issues. And the way Marcel was trying to defend it, not even letting Dr. Francis get a word. And he was like, and, Dr. Francis just told him, he said, one of the biggest mistakes is arguing the truth when the truth should stand on its own. And I said, wow. Really? Really? That's the biggest mistake that married couples or whoever made. That's the biggest mistake is when you argue the truth when the truth is supposed to stand on its own. That is major for me. And hopefully with him hearing that he can hear why a lot of people be feeling like yeah, something ain't right. Marcel probably have been out there dipping it and doing it or whatever the people been out there saying about the man. You know what I'm saying? Because you be so busy trying to argue the truth when the truth should stand on its own. If you ain't doing that, you ain't doing that. It is what it is. But anyway, thought that was interesting. And then we get to the other skies. Okay, Maurice talks about how he wants to hump all the time on Kimmy. He feels like it should happen multiple times a day. And Kimmy, you number one, Maurice, you know Kimmy is a bit older than you. She ain't trying to be doing all that all the time. That's number one. And number two, I see Kimmy being completely turned off because if certain things in the house need to be done and you ain't even trying to do that, but you got the time to come over here and hump on me, use that energy to go wash the motherfucking dishes. Use that energy to go pick up your motherfucking son clothes and wash them or whatever else you gonna fucking do. Use that energy to fold up your own motherfucking instead of trying to hump on me multiple times of the day. That would make somebody uninterested. You got time to hump on me, but you ain't got time to do your shit around the house. So you think that I'm your motherfucking maid and I'm supposed to open my legs whenever you feel like it. You got me fucked up thoroughly. Okay. So with that, I definitely understood where Kimmy was coming from. Okay. Maurice doesn't get that. And for me, it's just a reminder how much alike he is as his brother and how they expect women to do certain things in the house. And I'm like, y'all didn't know this before y'all married him? Maybe not Tisha, because I feel like Tisha and Marcel got married very quickly. So she probably had to learn along the way. But Kimmy, you didn't know this before you married him? Hell no. You're gonna be contributing to some and not be sitting up here expecting me to do every motherfucking thing and think you finna hump on me when you want to. Are you out your fucking mind? No. All right. But anyway, girl, I ain't have a whole lot to say about it because it wasn't given a whole lot. But you guys go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. I am Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.